to the Public Speaking Experts Podcast with Elliot K. and Jose.
You see, you start.
Welcome to the Public Speaking Experts Podcast with Elliot K. and Jose Ucar. Every week we bring the tips, tools, and strategies for you to become a world-class public speaker. We bring you guests, experts, and authorities in the field of public speaking to enrich you and enhance your public speaking journey. Remember to subscribe, rate, and comment. And now, please welcome your hosts, Elliot and Jose.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What are you whoa-ing about?
Well, this is the whoa, and just to say whoa, the Public Speaking Experts Podcast, whoa. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know.
Welcome to the Public Speaking Experts Podcast. Whoa.
Yay, whoa, Elliot.
Whoa. Yes.
So, you know what? I'm excited today, Elliot.
What are you excited? Normally, I'm the excited one, but what are you excited about?
So I'm very sad. Unlike you, I'm very sad. Oh yeah, it's just another episode of the Public Speaking Experts.
Whoa.
Whoa. Okay.
So what are you excited about? Tell me what you want.
Well, I'm excited. What I really want.
Yes.
Is that where we're going today? Oh,
no,
goodness.
We're not going there.
Okay, not yet. We're not going to go there, people. So, first of all, I'm excited because we've been recording a few episodes, and I'm actually very curious, people. What is your main takeaway or your takeaways? We hear from some of you. We would like to hear from many more of you.
All of you.
Like all of you
right
now. So if you're listening to this, just connect with Elliot and myself, just share here on leave a comment, subscribe, do something so that we know that you're doing it. And then Elliot is giving away his incredible book. At the moment, I'm not giving a book away.
That's
but
look,
if you get in touch, exactly.
I'm not like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna charge you for it. I've got plenty of resources as well. And regardless, it's not about the resources, what you're gonna be getting from us.
We know who's the good cop here.
Yeah, definitely. Very good cop. If I could slap you, I just go like, psh, psh. We should actually have that effect, from screen to screen. So what if I go, psh, psh.
For those that can't see us, who listen to this on the podcast platforms, they'll be like, what are they on about? But yeah, we should get like a slap sound effect. But you know what?
Well, we'll work on that.
Today's all about storytelling. So we thought we would share some key ingredients to tell a powerful story. I think that would be a great one to do. Because we get asked, how do I tell a powerful story? What are the ingredients for some powerful stories? So I thought we'd share a few of those. And we'll go from there as always. Ready, Jose?
I am ready. Are you ready?
All right, let's go into some key. What do people get wrong, Jose? What do people get wrong? What do people get wrong when it comes to storytelling? Never end a story. What do they get wrong? And you claim that I'm old and you know that theme song.
Oh no, is it the theme song? Okay.
It's a theme song for Never Ending Story. Yes.
Yeah, there we go. So I have no excuse. I guess my dad used to sing it to me when I was, being born. When I was born, so he started singing it. Never Ending Story. It's because my mom
talking.
My mom was in labor for over 24 hours, so that's why he went Never Ending Story. So when I was born, I thought, wow, what is that? And then I realized it was a movie from the 80s when I was born, mid 90s.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, happy days. Right. So when it comes to storytelling, well, when it comes to storytelling, one of the things I'm going to say, what I've done now, I pretty much lied. So when it comes to your stories, don't lie. Picking on what I've just done, it's fine to embellish your stories a little bit to add more details, but don't lie. That's one of the things. Sometimes people take it to another level. Another one, passion. Lack of passion. People just go and tell a story like they're just narrating something. They don't provide enough details and they don't incorporate dialogue. And they turn them into just way too long as well. So the length of the stories, way too long, and then the audience disconnects. Those are some of the things that come to mind apart from the never-ending story. Don't make it a never-ending story. Quite the opposite. To the point as well. Elliot.
I was just,
What are you doing? Are you gonna play the song?
No. I was just typing the title of the recording in as you were speaking, actually, because I realized I forgot to do it. As we're very transparent with what goes on in our podcast, we don't hide anything, right? I think I agree with you. I think the other thing is, of course, is the tonality that people don't use. I think it's misplacing stories, using the wrong stories for the wrong bits when there's is a big part of it. So I think what you captures it really, really well. So I'll tell you what I really want. Let's see what people can do about it, right? I think you're kind of on the money there. So some things you can do to actually tell at least great stories, to have some good ingredients, right? Some people, the first thing is understand what story to tell when. Like, you've got to know what story will land with the audience. And that actually goes when you do the scoping and you're speaking to the person booking you. You need to actually find out who the audience is, what is their pain, what kind of stories go wrong, what kind of other speakers, what other speakers told, and get a real feel for it. Now, when it comes down to you telling the story, if you're at the beginning of your journey, something that works really well is having role models. Who are those people that tell brilliant stories, and watch them, watch their body language, listen to their tonality, their facial expressions, how they deliver, what do their arms do? That's a fantastic way to truly start to storytelling. Even if you're down the road and you want to step up, you want to take it another level, who are those people you aspire? How do they tell their stories? Really, they call it modeling in NLP, or look at them as role models. And the other thing around that, of course, is a lot of people miss this out. So this is another one that people miss out: colors. They miss out, the visual aspect of a story when they're speaking. So adding colors, adding depth, adding emotion to it. That's what some of the key ingredients that'll help you tell a powerful story. Over to you, Jose.
I love that, Elliot. Yes, remember what Elliot shared is powerful, and this is when you add details to it. So you are painting that story in people's minds by appealing to all the senses. So use enriched language that appeals to the taste, to the smell, to the seeing, the hearing, all of that, the five senses that we have. And if you have women in the audience, then maybe even six senses, because they're more powerful. So there you go, lovely women, if you're listening to this as well. Powerful. I don't know why I said that, and I even gave you a wink because I guess I'm thinking about my wife. But there we go. That's one of them.
I'm thinking about your wife while you're looking at me. Something's not right there. I'm a bit worried.
What made you think I was looking at you? I was just looking at the camera, just connecting with people with the eye contact.
Oh, I see.
Eye contact is another one which is powerful as well when you're delivering stories, connecting with your audience. Another one, what's that face? Elliot is pouting. Why are you pouting?
It's trying to be your wife.
Oh, well, she's got,
working?
Yeah, it's okay. It's not bad when it comes to, she's got big lips, so I like that. But let's not, yeah. So you gave me a bit of pouting. Oh, okay. So, well, when it goes, another thing when it comes to storytelling, people, then they just go, I'm going to tell you a story. And by the time they start, it's just like, come on, dive right into it. So, or start somewhere in the middle of the story and then incorporate dialogues. When I say dialogues, look, instead of saying that I'm going to have a conversation with Elliot and then I tell you everything about it, just go, pick up the phone, Elliot, hello, what's going on? And then Elliot says to me,
you never call me.
Oh yeah, I'm calling you now, Elliot. So I'm calling Elliot, for example. Yeah.
Hello.
And then I'm telling you the story. Hey, how's it going, mate? And then Elliot says, yeah, no, I hate you, Jose, because you haven't called me and you didn't give me a birthday present. And they just go like, Elliot, come on. And honestly, you see what I'm talking about? And then I've done two things at the same time. I also brought in a prop with me. So you can use a prop to illustrate the point, the story differently. And one thing I wanted to say, add to it as well. Well, tonalities we've touched on, passion, yeah, the speed. So sometimes it doesn't have to be too quick. Pause as well. Take the time to land, and let the point land, and use stories to illustrate points. So you tell a point and then share a story to illustrate it, or you share the story and then illustrate, then make the point at the end. That's what I wanted to say. Elliot K. Choo.
All right. So the other thing, of course, is when you're storytelling, make sure you slow it down, you pause, and just allow your poetic self to surface. Always tie in your story to your purpose and your message, right? It's okay just to stop, pause, and then start a message. And of course, if you have any other talents, I know Jose you brought in a prop, but maybe you can juggle, maybe you can play the guitar, maybe you can break dance. How can you incorporate that into your story to help Ellen? Well, what you just didn't see is Jose's attempt to break dance, and it was awful. But you know what I'm saying? If you have other talents, let them come out. Use them as well. Just because you're speaking doesn't mean you can't use other aspects of your abilities as well.
Elliot, okay, there is one. You said be poetic. Can you tell us, even if it's super brief, one of your super stories so people know what you mean by poetic? Because you've got that great talent when you tell a story and you just go like, and I'm there like listening to Shakespeare.
Really? That's really nice of you to hear. So for you to say,
yeah,
even.
send me that money later.
Okay, darling, I'll send you something else.
Thank you. I'm gonna pout.
See, now I'm on the spot. I'm like, oh, normally I just channel these things and I'm in the moment. Okay, so give me a theme.
Well, how about the one which I still remember, that you are on that cliff?
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So as I stood there on the cliff, looking down, wind was blowing in my face. I had that sound in my ear, that you get when you're high up and the wind is blowing around you. It was a beautiful day, yet I was miserable. The sun was shining, yet I was encapsulated by darkness. And no matter where I saw the light, I saw darkness. And even though I was standing on the cliff wondering why me, why this had happened, a seagull flew by. And as I caught the eye of the seagull, it even appeared that the seagull was laughing at my fate. It was dark. It was lonely. And as I looked down, I thought about the simplicity of simply slipping, falling, jumping. How easy it would be to simply become one with nature. Who would miss me? Who would wonder? Who would question? Would they even find me? Something like that.
There we go. People, round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause, Elliot, as well. Woohoo! Well done, buddy. Amazing. Round of applause, everybody.
So yeah, allow the poetic side to come out, but it does come with practice. You also need to let go. I think a lot of people really get heady about stuff when it comes down to that. And, last thing I'll share before we start to wrap this up is, it's okay to start with a problem. You can start a story with a problem. Also, make sure that you're always speaking from a healed scar and never an open wound. And I think that's really, really important when it comes to the ingredients to telling a powerful story. Jose, as we wrap up, what's your thoughts?
I would also add that vulnerability element that you so openly shared in your story. So let yourself be seen, be heard, and be felt
vulnerable
by others. That is super important.
Vulnerability has a lot of power with it. Maybe we should do an episode about being vulnerable.
You're very right. Yeah, I think presence and vulnerability, Elliot, definitely an episode. Writing it down.
Episode. Regina, make a note. Regina's our producer. And, we should really pull her in a bit more, like pick on her in a nice way throughout the shows. Like they do in other shows when they have that producer that they pick on.
Well, we can definitely start doing it. Regina, are you ready? Because probably next time we bring you up.
Well,
camera on as well.
We'll see about that. But yes, I think vulnerability, let's an episode about that. So what's your message for the people out there about storytelling, Jose?
You know me, people. So we've shared some tips already with you. There are some other episodes where we touch on storytelling. We provide structures. So what are you going to do about it? And remember, you have a story to tell, not just one, many stories. The more you start thinking about the story,